Today we are going to learn about equipotential surfaces. So we are going to study about equipotential surface. The definition of the word is in its meaning itself, that is a surface on which potential everywhere is the same. So we can define equipotential surface as a surface on which potential at every point on the surface is the same. Let us consider the case of a single positive charge. At a distance r from the charge, potential V is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q by R. So here is our positive charge. At a distance r from the charge, potential is V. If we consider distance r in this direction, again potential is V. In this direction also potential is V. If we consider another direction, here also potential is V. So at a distance r in any direction, the potential is V. We shall draw a figure connecting all these points. It is a circle. We have drawn it on a two-dimensional space. If we consider three-dimensionally, it is a sphere. So for a single positive charge, equipotential surface is a sphere. Here again is our single positive charge. At a distance r1, we get the first equipotential surface. At distance r2, the second equipotential surface. At distance r3, the third equipotential surface. So concentric spheres drawn around the positive charge, they are equipotential surfaces. Again, for a single positive charge, we know that field line points radially outwards. We can see that the angle between the field line and equipotential surface is 90. So this is our second point, that is field line is always normal to the equipotential surface. So let us now consider case of uniform electric field. We represent uniform electric field by drawing parallel lines equidistant from each other on a surface. Here we have a plane which is normal to the field lines. On all points on this plane, potential will be the same. So this is an equipotential surface. Here we have another plane perpendicular to the field lines. On all points on this plane, potential is the same. So this is an equipotential surface. But the potential on the first plane is not the same as potential on the second plane. Again, we have another plane at a few centimeters away from the second plane. This plane is also normal to the field lines. So this is another equipotential surface. So we can say that in the case of uniform electric field, planes normal to the field lines are equipotential surfaces. So let us consider the case of a linear conductor. Here we have a linear conductor which is positively charged. At a distance r from the conductor on all sides, potential will be the same. So equipotential surface for a linear conductor will be a cylinder. So this is an equipotential surface. If we take a distance r1 on all sides, we have the second equipotential surface. It is also a cylinder. This is another cylinder. So concentric cylinders are equipotential surfaces around a linear conductor. Now let us consider the case of two positive charges. Concentric spheres around the charges are equipotential surfaces, but when they are placed near each other, they repel. So we can see that in the figure, the equipotential surface move away from each other. So they are not concentric like before. The second case, let us consider a dipole. Dipole means a positive and negative charge. They attract each other. So the equipotential surfaces of these two charges, as we can see in figure, come close to each other. So for an isolated positive charge, whether it is positive or negative, equipotential surfaces are concentric spheres. And for a uniform electric field, planes drawn normal to the field lines are equipotential surfaces. Second point was electric field lines are normal to the equipotential surface. Now let us consider the third point. Here we have an equipotential surface. A and B are 2 points on the equipotential surface. Work done to move a charge from A to B equal to VB minus VA. Since this is an equipotential surface, potential at A is equal to potential at B, that is VA equal to VB. Therefore WAB equal to 0. This means that no work is needed to be done to move a charge along an equipotential surface. So let us conclude the properties of equipotential surfaces. First one is electric potential is constant at all points on an equipotential surface. Second point is electric field is perpendicular to equipotential surface at all points. Third property is no work is needed to move a charge from one point to another on an equipotential surface. And the fourth one is equipotential surfaces will never intersect each other. We have seen that in the case of field lines, they do not intersect each other. Similarly, two equipotential surfaces also will not intersect each other. If they intersect, it means that at the point of intersection, electric field has two directions, which is not possible. So these are few points about equipotential surfaces.